Welcome back, live from Just King's World on my hip hop ish. We present to you Dope Read. Dope Read is a collection of books that's designed to elevate your mind and your thought and get you to your next higher self, your better self. We are almost done, man. I'm excited to be done with this book. 2 Chainz book, The Voice in My Head is God. We are going into chapter 17. I can feel eyes. Oh, this is about to be an interesting chapter. Let's go. What I think about my voice or being intuitive, I think about the times when I can actually pick up the phone or not pick it up and know what the conversation is going to be about. I can anticipate what a person is going to talk about or would have talked about. For example, one time my phone was going crazy and when I picked it up, it was my homeboy on the other end. He had previously called me so many times that I started praying. I started praying like the 5th time he called. Man, I hope everything is all right with my boy. Sure enough, when I called him back, he said to me, "They killed little one. They killed my son." I'll never forget it. This is my homeboy since the 9th grade. We had been cool for so long that he had become family. I actually remember when his son's mother was pregnant with him. That's how long we've been close. And I just remember that day. I wanted my intuitive feeling to be off. I wanted my conscience to be wrong so freaking bad. I just wanted to be wrong. But I wasn't. And my intuition and spirit was speaking so loud to me that I just knew something was wrong. I remember another time when I was away from home working, I had to be sleeping hard because I hadn't heard my phone ringing. My security came into my room and told me that my wife had been trying to get a hold of me. I called my wife back, but prior to calling her back, I just knew there was going to be some bad news. I started praying, hoping that everything was okay, not wanting to hear any bad news. I prayed that all my loved ones were okay and that everything back home was under control. Sure enough, when I called my wife back, she told me my homeboy Johnny had passed away. I was devastated that was my partner, man. I love that dude. I really love that nigga, a real good friend, and he's definitely missed. Sometimes being intuitive has its ups and downs. Being so connected to the source comes with responsibility. I really believe that we can sense things. You can with intuition. Create a stronger sense of self. I challenge everyone to try and find that connection. Try and find your Wi-Fi connection with the higher power. That connection is one of the reasons I believe I've been so successful. I actually listen to my voice. I listen to my conscience. I follow my guidance, which has led me to follow my dreams. I follow the spirit. For someone who's never thought like this, it can sound weird, unbelievable, or unrelatable. But I feel like we should do whatever works for us. I want to challenge everyone to locate and trust their deep inner connections. I can promise you that your life will expand in the most positive ways. Intuition should be an integral part of your life, like exercise or meditation. Employing it will open up and add to the quality of both your thinking and emotional selves. Writes off the Laura Day in her book, Practical Intuition. Day calls intuition of 6th sense and says you use your 5 primary physical senses, touch, sight, smell, hearing, taste, to gather information about the world around you. The key difference is that intuition perceives things without reliance on senses. Intuition is nothing more than a process of gaining information that does not rely on your senses, your memory, your experiences, your feelings, or your other thought processes. It's trusting your gut. Intuition is a very strong tool you can use to learn more about yourself. It is really accurate. I can see someone from across the room, male or female, and depending on the setting, I might not be able to speak with them in that moment. Maybe the only thing we're able to do is give each other a nod. There's been a lot of times where something tells me I'm supposed to connect with a certain person at a certain moment. That me and that person should connect and talk. I might see 50 people at any given event, but know I'm supposed to connect with one in a particular before I leave. A lot of times before that night is over, I'll run into that person and have a dope conversation with them. Whenever this happens, those conversations seem important or meaningful. It might be about business opportunity or something else. Either way, when I feel my intuition guiding me to connect with a certain person, I listen. I've mentioned in previous chapters all the industry opportunities that have come my way. through me listening to my voice and making good connections. Recently, I took my son Halo to a Falcons game. We were watching the Falcons from the field. The Chiefs had come to town. Me and Halo had done a podcast with Kyle Pitts, the standout tight end for the Falcons. Pitts was on the field, and me and Halo were off to the side. At some point, Halo started yelling out to Pitts like, "Yo, Kyle! Yo, Kyle!" It didn't seem like Kyle heard him because he didn't look in our direction. Right after that, I started staring at Kyle for a minute. Really put my eyes on him. The stadium guy that had walked us down asked if we were ready to go back up. The players were about to go to the locker room and get ready for the game. I told the stadium guy we were ready to go back up and get to our seats before the team headed to the locker room and the pregame festivities started. The way we were positioned on the field, if we didn't get out the way before the players walked back to the locker room, we would have to wait until they walked past. We started making our way to our seats, but didn't make it far enough in time and had to wait for the players. We had to stay in one spot. We hadn't even been standing there a minute before Kyle came walking past. In a crowd of people, he looked right over at me and Halo and said, "What up?" He didn't hear Halo yelling his name earlier, but once I laid eyes on him, I knew we connect before I left the Mercedes-Benz Stadium with my son. Man, I'm so connected to the source that I can actually walk into the arena when I'm not performing and feel when someone or people are looking at me. If I'm on stage, of course, I can feel everybody watching me. But I'm saying I can go to an event, party, club, lounge, and feel when I'm being watched. Not just when I walk in. Me too. When I walk in, of course, people will look at me or watch me because I'm tall. And I'm me. I'm saying I could be in a place for 30 minutes or an hour and feel somebody from clear across the room watching me. I can feel eyes. I can actually feel eyes. I can feel when eyes are on me. Whether or not I catch them looking at me, I can feel it. I might turn around and see a young lady smiling, waving. "What up, shawty?" Mind you, nobody else in her area is even looking in my direction. I might turn another way and see a guy in the corner saluting me. "I like what you're doing, man. Much respect." I can feel those things. I can feel eyes. Dr. Brady Nelson calls thoughts energy in his book, The Emotional Code. He says, this doesn't mean that we can read other people's minds, but the energy of other people's thoughts is detected to some degree or a subconscious level. Try staring intently at the back of someone's head in the crowd, and inevitably they will turn and look right at you before long. Lots of us have had this experience. If you haven't tried it, it works every time. I think this is being tapped into the energy around you, the frequency around you. Being someone that's in the streets and conscious of everyone from the feds to the robbers, this empathetic sense has served me. We can actually feel when certain things are getting close to us, not just physically, but when a certain energy is getting close to us. It could be that you're under investigation, or you might sense that you're being targeted for a setup or armed robbery. These antennas came up very early for me in the streets, and I can always feel who was looking at me and if they possessed positive or negative light when I walked into a room. I've been able to use that, bottle it, and take it with me on my journey to adulthood, to manhood. I'm able to go to a game and sit on the wood. I'm able to meet a billionaire businessman who says he's been watching me for a year, or someone who says, "I've been watching you bring your kids to the game since they were little, and I like how you move." I can feel when a person has their phone camera out getting ready to take a picture of me and thinks I'm unaware. That's when I look over in their direction and smile. "Hi, I knew you were there. I felt that. I felt you." Yeah, that's a dope chapter. I can feel eyes too, man. I always know when I walk into a place, I can feel the energy shift and change when I walk in anywhere. I can feel when people are staring at me. I can feel when people are noticing me. I can feel when people admire me. I can feel when people are not fond of me. I can feel all of that. Hey, man, I feel like it's definitely another sense. I can feel it. I can feel all of that. I can feel when something's not right. I can feel when something is just right. I can feel when something is just for me. That's just how it is. I'm definitely connected to myself. I know exactly who I am. And you should too. If you made it this far in this video, make sure you leave a fire down in the comments, and we off to the next one.